Hello, welcome to the TV room. David Bradley here. I have here a video cable that is suitable for it'll work on the VIC-20 or the oldest of oldest 64s. It'll also work on the newer ones because you see, even though years ago this guy from Commodore told me there was some really wonderful improvement in the video by having the 8-pin, he was lying. The reason they switched from the 5 to the 8-pin is because there was somehow, I think people were managing to plug the power supply into the video connector or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, can you imagine a representative of Commodore business machines would be untruthful? Who would have thunk it? Okay, so I'm going to turn this off, unplug the video with the 8-pin to show you that this will work on an 8-pin. I will plug this in, never going just by feel. There, it's in. Now, what's next? I have to, and see the colors on this, which are white and red, do not match up with the front of the monitor. In terms of the monitor thing says yellow and white. I'm going to guess that the red is the video and that the white is the audio, but I don't know. But what I need to do now is stand up, reach behind the monitor, flip the switch, because the input, there's an input selector, and I'm going to plug the red one into the video. And as you see, it did something weird there. I'm going to turn this on and I'll see what I see. And indeed, that's the right one. Which means now, I'm going to live on the dangerous side. I'm going to plug it in without turning everything off. That means the sound should be coming through here. Indeedy. Now, there are advantages to the back video. It's got the chroma and the luma separated, and it looks better. And indeed, this does not look as sharp. And funny thing with some of these old 64s, they can look really terrible on a monitor, like absolutely terrible. Anyway, onward. So we'll take the 64 that is working, and we'll take the 64 that is unknown, and we'll swap them aside here, hoping that nothing falls. Nothing but fall. And we'll snap. Now the power switch is off. Take the power supply, plug it in, get the 5-pin video cable, plug it in, turn it on. Shaboom. And I know it's hard to tell, but definitely it does not look as good. It really doesn't. It's a lot more, I don't even know how to describe it, more pixelated on this version of the 64. It is. But I do like this old board in that I'm going to try and adjust this a little. You know what I should do? And perhaps I will. I should take this 64 off of here. I should open it up, and I should pull the keyboard. And then put this back up here with great care and reverence. Because having the keyboard connected is also helpful. And because sometimes you can have one where, like, one of the 6526 chips could be bad, and some of the keyboard doesn't work. Oops, got that plugged in. So we'll plug in the LED. We'll plug this in. We'll get the wires in. We'll set it down. Turn it on. Oh yeah. See, it's really. See, even like, wow, it's, even when I do this, And even if I switch to white, like it's just it's funny. I think they they figured, I guess maybe most people would just be using the TV, but like the white is not very white. It's all mixed. World of Commodore space quote semicolon cool go to 10 run. It's not that white. It's more pixelated, but the machine is working, and that is a good thing. There is one thing I would like to do before I do the whole hooking up of the diagnostic things, which I will do. Oh no, maybe I'll use this one. Maybe I will take out the one from Retro Rewind. And before I hook it all up, I will take their cartridge. That is their cartridge. And I will leave it on dead test, which is, there are switches where you can pick different things. I'll leave it on dead test. And I'll put it on set number 2. And then with great care, and the computer is off, I will put this into the cartridge port. I will turn it on. And I will see what I see. Usually the dead test takes a little while to come around. There it is. So remember, for the world of Commodore, RETROREWIND.CA will be at the world of Commodore. So if you do go to their website and you're looking for something, indeed they will bring it, assuming they have it, assuming it's made and all that. One year I wanted to get one of these diagnostic things, but they couldn't. They were, I think it's some of the connectors, maybe the ones to go to the user port, just weren't available. So anyway, this is running through. Now I've not got all the wiring connected, but for the dead test, mostly what I will do is listen for the beautiful sound of the SID chip. That is what I want. The beautiful SID chip serenade. And one of these dead tests has a more extensive sound test than I've ever heard before, where it tests the waveforms, so you can really be sure that your SID chip is doing its thing. And I don't know if this is the one or not. I may have to switch to the other. But anyway, it is testing. I shall be patient. Okay. After listening to that, my gut tells me that this SID chip is mostly working, but maybe not completely, which is too bad. Now, it could, I should, of course, pop it out, take an eraser to the pins, and spray some deoxidant. I'm going to let this run one more time and just see. But to me, it didn't sound quite there. Very close. And, I wouldn't feel like, I suspect most things you'd never even notice. I would suspect. But if someone was asking me, if they wanted to buy a SID chip, I don't think I would be comfortable sending them this one, because I just don't think it's quite there. Now, the other thing, of course, is there are different versions of the SID chip. And this, being a very early one, maybe that's okay. Maybe it's fine. I'll have to test it with some other things and see. Especially this sound tech didn't really check the noise voices. So after it's done doing this other thing, I will reset and flip to the other dead test and see what I hear. And then, of course, when I hook it up to all the harness, it should tell me more. Interesting. I'm just not sure. Okay. I'm going to push the reset button on here. I'm going to flip the switch to the other dead test and see what it is that I hear. Alrighty. So we'll see. So anyway, if you're looking for things online, and the things I'm most interested in right at the moment, I have to look. They've got all kinds of stuff. But, you know, everyone's talking about recapping things, and they have kits for the various different 64 boards that have all the capacitors that you need. And you don't have to go to a strange store and look through bins and bags and things and hope. And I think it's a great service. And I'm thinking I might see about getting some of those so I can do that. I am thinking. So, once again, we're waiting for the SID chip test. I'm hoping this one does the noise generator voices, but I don't remember. But we'll see. But to me, the other one, it sounded a little off. But once again, it's an original chip. There were many different versions of the SID chip. And they do sound differently. They do. But I didn't hear any empty spots. Just weird stuff. Potentially weird stuff, but maybe not weird stuff. It should be coming up anytime now. Okay, this test does not test the that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press the reset switch again. I'm going to switch this to diagnostics. Now, undoubtedly, this will report things that are bad because I don't have everything hooked up. I don't. But mostly, I just want to hear the not the RAM test, the SID chip test, and see what it is that I see or what I hear. Oops. Could move this a little closer. Not that that makes a huge difference. Okay, we're coming up to the SID test. Well, the noise generator things definitely are very low. Very low. Don't you know? All right, well, now that I have this connected, I don't really need the keyboard on this other one. On this 64, I will power off, video in, power is off. I'll put this diagnostic cartridge in. I'm going to reset this. I don't like the way that's sitting. Oh. And then I'm going to leave this on the diagnostic and turn it on. Oh, okay. The switch must have got switched in the process there. What's going on here? There we go. A reset switch is a beautiful thing. It's better than turning the machine on and off because there is that inrush of current that can, I mean, after this much time, you think it's okay, but every time, anyway, but you just got to be careful. And with this cartridge, I find the reset switch is quite handy and quite wonderful, so that you don't have to diddle around, mess around. Now this is an older board no, a newer board, a 250407. Oh, okay. Okay. And that is the sound of a bad SID chip. Definitely, without a doubt. That is not good. But as I'm here, and I can, and I know it won't make any difference, but I will see. I will take it out. I will take this pencil eraser. Oh, and in the midst of that, I will spray the socket with deoxit. There. And I will also take and shine up the pins with this eraser. Try if you got pencils around and you're not using them, but they have erasers. Like this one's never been sharpened. They are handy because micro corrosion is everywhere. Oh, I bent a pin a little. You gotta be firm and gentle and just be careful as you get to the end. Don't bend a pin. Don't snap a pin. Bending is not so bad. Snapping a pin off, that's frustrating. Okay. I'm just going to tweak this pin just a little bit more. Maybe tweak it back. Check the witness mark. Because now we have the deoxit on board. I'll put that back in there. And turn it on. And indeed, I suspect I will find that this makes absolutely no difference and that this SID chip is sadly bad. It's the only chip except for the video chip in this machine that is socketed. But really, if the 64 is working and everything else is good, I mean, yeah, it's nice to have working SID chips. They still can fetch a high price. But, you know, now will this make any difference? Any difference at all? Not at all. Much as I suspected. No difference. It's a bad SID chip. Bad, 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 bad. Oh well. These things happen. I'm curious because I am. And I can be curious. I think, once again, because I'm here, and because it's okay to be curious, and I really don't think there's anything else that could make a SID chip sound poorly, except a SID chip. I'm going to take the SID chip out of this other 64. This is turned off. Everything's fine. I'm going to pop this one out, which I know to be defective. I'm going to look at the pins on this one. I'm going to put it in here with great care. And I'm going to turn it on. And I'll see how this one sounds in here. I cannot imagine that this is going to be the same blither as what we just heard. But you never know, you know. That's why we experiment. That is why. Also, you know, like with these different boards and these different versions, like this one here is from 1982. And this one from 1985. See, on this one, it sounds quite lovely. Quite lovely. It does. Anyway, so this is a 23rd week of oh, wait, is it 83? Oh, 23rd week of 83, so not that much different. This one looks like it's 40-something of 82. But anyway, look, you know what? Some chips, they just go bad. They just do. Okay, so, interesting. I think what I will do now is I think I will turn this off. I think I will turn this off. I think I will glance at my phone. And I will see what I see here. It may be there's more messages or not. What is that funny there? Seems I'm on a podcast. Okay. Well, there's something that's dangerously interesting. A 1526 printer for 25 bucks. Oh, I don't like printers. I don't. Anyway, all right. So I think what I would need to do is get out the harness, do all the testing, see what's what, write notes on these and see what's what, and then move on to other issues or deal with whatever issues there are here and keep on keeping on. Because, like, as you can see, this table is getting, once again, cluttered. Hard to imagine. And that's not good. I suppose one thing I could do is reach in here and find a little bag. A little wee bag. Now, somewhere in here, there should be, oh, I see something. Sharpie. I wish it was black, but it isn't, but that's okay. And I will write on here, bad SID 6581. And now will I throw this out? No. Because it's good to have these things around to demonstrate this is what you could see right here. But also, if there is somebody out there who doesn't care if they have a machine that's working, like say they just want to frame it and stick it on their wall, then that's not a bad machine to have bad chips in. Because what's it matter? It's just for display purposes. Anyway, I will put that in here. Bad 6581, bad. And I will carry on with further diagnostics. Let me check my phone again. I'm expecting a call soon, so I think that's it for now. Anyway, have a lovely, lovely day. We'll see you again soon. Back in the TV room, maybe the pet room. At some point, maybe the pool room. Then there's always the box room. And yes, maybe even the basement. Anyway, thanks for coming. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. And of course, I hope to see you or help you somehow, even if you can't come to the world of Commodore, because I know if you're way across, another part of the world, this may be prohibitive. But do check in on, I don't know if there's going to be a live stream or not, and if there is, well, maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't. I will do my best to make sure that there are good recordings of presentations. I have some extra microphones, and I'll make sure everything is charged. I guess the thing I have to make sure, or the best I can, is that I have enough memory. And maybe I need to team up with somebody that we can use different phones and then copy things off. Anyway, we'll see. But sound is important. It is. So certainly I will make sure I record Rudy's presentation on Sunday at 11 on the Super Pet. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, The World of Commodore is a show put on by the Toronto Pet Users Group. It will be on November 30th and December 1st of 2024. And if you go to tpug.ca, you can find out details and how to get tickets and whatever else you might want to know. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask or send a question. Send them a question. Anyway, it's always a great event. Anyway, until we meet again, bye for now.